Let's get to Ernie in Lancaster County. Ernie, you're on with the posse.
Hi, John. Thanks. It's what a great discussion so far. I know two people here. Certainly, Stephanie Borowitz, a strong fighter for our rights in the House, and the ever faithful Doug Mastriano, the most qualified candidate for governor next week for those writing in his name. But one of your speakers mentioned earlier about the importance of Republican voters coming out to vote. And I can tell you, I mean, that's his strategy. Our strategy in the writing campaign is we'll be out in mass. You're going to see a message sent to the Pennsylvania GOP that we are not to be ignored and we will not go away. And we expect Doug to be elected because we're going to defy the history of write-in campaigns with a massive turnout.
The leadership of the Republican Party in Pennsylvania, Doug, I'll get to you. You know that, look, I like Senator Rothman. I'm not in favor of elected officials taking a party over. I know McCormick is kind of taking it over. Now you got, Rothman taking over. These guys are elected officials. There's no independence there. So are you seeing the growth, and you think that's a good idea for a state senator to be running a party in this critical of a juncture? And I know he's your colleague, so it isn't about Greg, it's about the concept.
Yeah, I mean, I do have questions about it. Obviously the grassroots, which I respect, because they elected me and they were with me during the gubernatorial when the party really wasn't. They have a lot of issues about the decisions made that they want to have a say in the primaries. They don't want the hand, on the scales here months and months ahead of the election. And you need to respect the people. Rebby and I did meet with Greg Rothman to express our concerns and reservations. Well, we told him it was a stupid idea to endorse in September. Let the people have a say in the matter.
Right.
But as Mike said, they endorsed and then they walked away from Stacey. Because let me back it up. Penn Live just released the financials. Stacey raised $1.4 million this year. Josh Shapiro raised $36 million. Where's the money, state party? Okay, you put your hand on the scale. You pissed off the grassroots who are not volunteering and not door knocking because of this decision. And for her, I was in a better place in 2022 than she is now with the full support and backing of the party. As far as I figure the questions come, what about the grassroots and why haven't I called them off? Well, it's not my job to call off the grassroots. First off, the grassroots are not happy with the process. And so I think in May, it's going to be a referendum not on Stacey Garrity, but on the state party's policy of way premature endorsements. And then after that, I expect most of the grassroots to rally behind the winner. And that will be that. And so it's a primary. There should be competition. There should be, ideas or different opinions. So there has to be some bridges built to the grassroots. And John, in 20 May, the people will get on board. That's at least our concern. We do that. The establishment does not do that. But the thing, once again, I'm going to repeat, it's disappointing that they risked it all to an endorsement to alienate the grassroots, and it gave no benefit to Stacey Garrity. She should have millions of dollars in her coffers, and she's about where I was with 9 people on the ballot. I mean, this is so great. We're going to have a vote. We're going to, bash the Mastriano people, during the committee meeting and disrespect the grassroots by name, and then, coronate a candidate and walk away from her.